The Notorious is slated to make his long-awaited cage comeback against Michael Chandler at the end of the month in the main event of UFC 303 in Las Vegas. But speculation is rife that the Irishman is injured following the short-notice cancellation of a Dublin press conference last week. McGregor, 35, appeared to jokingly lean into the rumors about his fitness last Thursday by posting a snap of himself on a physio's massage bed. And he's seemingly done so once again with his latest tweet and delete, which included an old video of himself discussing how he stays injury-free. In the clip, the former two-division champion said, "I think the more resistance you train with, the less movement and the more injury. The less resistance you train with, the more movement and the less injury. A band balances itself. You might be going a little bit lighter. But the positions you wouldn't be if everyone was tense. Everyone was trying to win every round. Team McGregor and the UFC brass have remained tight-lipped on the status of UFC 303's showpiece bout, much to the frustration of MMA fans. Best free BET sign-up offers for UK bookmakers, but UFC bigwigs Dana White and Hunter Campbell are reportedly exploring new options for the International Fight Week headliner and are said to have sent out feelers to potential replacements. MMA reporter Ariel Helwani said, on Monday of last week, "I would say optimism level was not very high. There was some concern, there was some doubt, there were roadblocks. I came on this show on Wednesday and said optimism was high. There was great positivity, all those words I used. It felt like we had dodged a bullet, it felt like we had turned a corner." On Tuesday, I reported that the UFC was sending out feelers. They were reaching out to fighters and managers to see who could possibly be available to either replace the fight. Meaning two new fighters or step in and replace one of the fighters involved to fight on this card. Obviously, the fighter we're talking about is Conor McGregor, because if not, why would Chandler be ready to go on a plane to Dublin? So I said that it seemed we were all good, and by Wednesday, no feelers were being thrown out, no one was talking about this. Really. It seemed as though all systems were a-go. Yesterday morning I started to hear. As I continued to check in because I know there's a lot of anxiety, a lot of doubt. With more sides to his personality than an octagon. Conor McGregor's rise has been an enthralling watch. Going from UFC icon to entrepreneur and Hollywood star, the Irishman has transcended the sport he helped bring to the masses. He has 4 children with fiancée Dee Devlin and the family enjoy a lavish lifestyle. McGregor has not fought in UFC since breaking his leg in a trilogy fight with Dustin Poirier in 2021. That has not stopped him amassing a net worth of over £150 million thanks to his proper No. 12 whiskey and fashion line. And he is due to return to the octagon at UFC 303 in an eagerly awaited headline clash with Michael Chandler. McGregor also starred alongside Jake Gyllenhaal in the Amazon Prime remake of classic movie Roadhouse, although he is dreading his mum seeing one X-rated scene. Notorious turned up to the premiere in a £60,000 suit that was outdone by his £460,000 watch. The only thing sharper than his fashion sense is his tongue, and the Dubliner has several bitter spats under his belt, including with UFC legend Khabib Nurmagomedov. That row led to one of his biggest controversies in 2018 as he traveled 3,000 miles to confront Khabib in a vicious attack on his bus. He pleaded guilty to assault after punching a man in a pub in 2018 and had his £150,000 Bentley seized by police for driving offences 4 years later. Joe Rogan lashed out at McGregor in a 4-letter outburst, and the Irishman has also fired shots at Jake Paul, KSI and Tommy Fury. Boxing great Floyd Mayweather also has McGregor on his enemy list after the pair clashed in a cross-sport bout in 2017. Read all of our latest Conor McGregor stories. A lot of concern about this because it's such a big fight and because no one involved are speaking about this publicly. Chandler did the one interview and I think that squashed some concern. But no one is really talking about this. And I found out, via multiple sources, that they are reaching out to people again. They are reaching out to managers, they are reaching out to fighters, as potential replacements, as a new fight, as back, UPS. As someone stepping in for McGregor, or just as insurance. Just in case. All these things are in play. One step further. Here we are, Wednesday, 1/15, the positivity that I talked about exactly 1 week ago today is nowhere to be found. I would say this fight is very much in limbo. I would say it's hanging on and the UFC is working very hard right now to figure out a plan B. The plan B could be someone stepping in to fight Chandler. The plan C could be a whole new fight. McGregor hasn't set foot inside the octagon since breaking his left leg in his trilogy fight with Dustin Poirier in June 2021.